Hello and welcome to the Learning Reading Hub. If you're new to this channel, hello, thank you for checking us out. This channel is all about learning to read, so if you're interested in this topic, consider subscribing because we create weekly content. So today's topic is decodable books. What are they? What is the big fuss about them? Are they really so important? In this video, I will even show you a few decodable books and tell you where to find a list of good decodable books. By the end of this video, you will fully understand what makes them so different from labeled books. Because you may even be thinking, they look very much as labeled books to me. What is the difference really? It is true, on the surface, decodable readers look very much like those labeled readers typically used in classrooms. Simple stories, short sentences, and pictures. Except for a very big difference. While labeled readers are all about predictable text, decodable books contain phonetically decodable texts. Sometimes decodable books go along a specific phonics program you may be following. You normally start with books that are really simple from a phonics perspective, and as the level of phonics of the child advances, the decodable readers evolve too and become more complicated from a phonics perspective. The major difference that determines the level of the decodable books that your child should be reading is what is his or her reading knowledge. In fact, decodable readers tend to give you the scope, the phonics sequence. So if you're buying decodable readers for your child, you want to look for readers that are in line with your child's phonics level. You normally find that information on the books themselves. You might be thinking, okay, if not how easily decodable texts are, what factor or factors do level readers take into account them? Well, predictability is the number one factor in level readers, alongside with the presence of supportive pictures. This facilitates your child's job by making it really easy for him or for her to guess what the words could be by looking at the pictures or simply by how predictable the texts are. Do you realize that labeled books are purposely made to make children guess? This is by design. Other factors that are taken into account on labeled readers are whether words are long or not, if the stories are simple or not, the length of the sentences, and the number of words in the books. Have you noticed that there is nothing to do with phonics in this list of factors? When you're using level readers with a beginner reader, you're neglecting the importance of phonics because even if the child is receiving some phonics instruction, you're not giving him or her the opportunity to practice. And even worse, you're encouraging your child to guess because, as we have seen before, these level readers are made by design so children can guess. Decodable books, even if they have pictures, these pictures are supportive of the story. They do not tell the story just by looking at them or reveal the words. With decodable books, sounding out the words is the only strategy children can use. So I have some decodable readers with me so you know what to expect and what to look for. So the first one here is a decodable book from the Jackpack series. This is book number 1 and it focuses on practicing short vowels. So at the beginning of this story, it summarizes what you're going to practice. And it lists also the sight words that are going to be used in this story. So let's have a look at the first page very quickly. I am Sack. I am a yak. Sack has a hat. I am Nat. Nat is a fat rat. Okay, yes, definitely you're practicing the short A. One beautiful thing of these books is that they include comprehension questions and phonemic awareness exercises at the end of each story. By the way, as you've seen, these are comic books. So if your child is not used to the concept of comics, you may want to explain to him or to her what the speech bubbles are. To be honest, even though I really like these books, look at these cute characters and illustrations. I think that for a complete beginner, I wouldn't really start with this book, even if it's book number 1. The reason being is that they include too many sight words, and I'd rather focus on truly decodable words. Also, I do not agree with their explanation of sight words. They say here, sight words are not usually decodable and they must be memorized to assist in reading. Well, not really. In fact, most sight words are decodable. Anyway, I don't want to go off topic or imply that these books are bad. I just wouldn't introduce so many sight words right at the start. If you want to know more about what I think about sight words, and I actually prefer to call them high-frequency words, maybe you can check this video. I will also leave you a link on the video description. Okay, moving on. The next readers I have here are these readers from Scholastic. They came in this box with 24 decodable readers. They start really simple: ABCs, short A, short O, short I, and at the end you have a summary and index that summarizes what you're going to practice. Moving on, for instance, to reader number 20 on the series, it is all about practicing the OA combination, as in boat, coat, croak, foam, etc., etc. Are these readers nice? Well, I love these stories and I love the illustrations. They are really nice. But I must say that these readers move fast. In 24 little stories, you cover a lot. Look, for instance, let's go to number 24. This is the last one on the series. And let's read it. I spy with my little eye. What does my eye see first? 3 white mice run by. Can we catch them? Let's try. Okay, this text is highly decodable, which is great, but you've moved so fast to get there in just 24 little stories. So bear that in mind. If you have a beginner reader and want that sort of practice that is really needed with beginner readers, a very good option for you might be the very popular series of Bob books. I have an example here of Bob books. This is not the first set or the pre-reading set, but you will still understand what I mean. This is set number 5 and it's all about practicing long vowels. So all of the books, all of the stories are going to be about practicing long vowels, not just one story. The stories are nice and the illustrations are cute as well. They are black and white, as you can see, but this is something that you're going to find in many decodable books. The reason being is that they don't want children distracted by the pictures, making pictures the center of these stories. They want children focused on reading. Again, at the end of each book, you have a summary and index of the phonics skills that you're practicing. I actually really like this card with tips as well that is included in the set. I actually find the tips really useful. And the last example I have with me today is from the Dog on a Log series. These are books that have been especially created for children with dyslexia. However, they can definitely be used for any child learning to read. The main difference is that they go slowly and when it comes to phonics rules, and they give children the opportunity to practice and review. I actually really like that. This is number 3 on the series, and you have the scope right here at the back of the book. So your child is going to be practicing all rules in prior steps of the Dog on a Log book series, plus letter bodies and, in, on, etc., etc. And also you have the list of sight words that are included on the stories. By the way, if you want to know more about the specific scope, on the list of decodable readers that I have prepared for you and that you can find on the video description, I will make sure to include information about that because they have a very structured, detailed, high quality order or scope for the introduction of phonics rules. And that is one of the things that, in my opinion, sets these readers apart. Anyway, let's see inside. These are chapter books. Again, they have a simple layout, simple pictures, big letters. This again is very helpful for struggling readers, children with dyslexia, and in general for any children learning to read. I love these stories. I will read aloud a quick example so you can see. In bed, Mr. Bean is sick. He is hot. He has dots on his legs, neck, and back. The dots are pink and red. He does not have dots on his chin. Okay, nice, right? I actually really like the Dog on a Log decodable books. One last thing that I wanted to say is that you don't need to stay forever on decodable books. Once your child has a strong phonics foundation, he or she can transition into normal books. And normally you'll know when this happens because maybe your child has finished the sequence of decodable books that he or she is following. You'll notice that he or she is very fluent and has gained lots of confidence. And you're confident as well that when he is confronted with new words, he or she is actually sounding out the word rather than guessing. Remember, you have a list of decodable books on the video description. And if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. Bye and see you on the next video.